All right, so I have another new tool to take a look at on the Fixit shed today. The TPMS light on my Toyota RAV4 came on, and I checked the tires. They seemed okay. I made sure that everything was inflated exactly right, and I tried to reset the TPMS, and it would not reset. So the light comes on, it blinks for a little bit, and then it stays on. So I have a feeling that there might be one of the valve stems, the sensors in the valve stems has gone bad. So when I bought the car, I bought it from CarMax. CarMax put new tires on it, but I don't think that they changed the valve stems. I think they only just put new tires on it. So I called my local shop and I asked them, how much would it be to replace a valve stem? And they said $48 for the valve stem and $60 to install it. So, and really I wanted to get all four of them done, since I don't think that they've been done since they got the new tires on them. And those were probably the original tires that were on there because they were very dry rotted, and the car is 2015, so now it's 10 years old. So those valve stems are 10 years old, I suspect, so it's more than likely I think one of the valve stems has gone bad. So that's over $100 per valve stem. So I was not interested in paying $400 to have all of my valve stems replaced. So I went out and I bought the AUTEL TS508WF TPMS sensor tool. So this will allow me to program the valve stem sensors on just about any valve stem. So, and I was able to actually get a good deal on it. I bought it on eBay. It was only $112, so normally these are selling for around $200 or $300. So let's take a look in the box. So there is a label on it. It says it wants you to register and update. So probably I'm gonna have to do that and then play with it tomorrow. Fine, do that. Be that way. All right. All right, silica gel, we're good with. Looks like a charge cord. So I believe this has like a USB charge port. So that you're just gonna plug it in just like you would your cell phone and charge it up. Yeah, same kind of USB charger. Comes with a quick start guide. And comes with an ODB cable. It does power on. It does have a piece of plastic over the screen. Alright, so this does actually show a full state of charge, but I still want to take it in and do whatever updates it needs. And then we'll play with it after that. Alright, so I did go ahead and I got this all set up. It's not really that bad. You've got to create an account, and then you have to register the product, and then you have to download the updates to get it up to date. So you do have to have your phone nearby so that it can send you texts with codes that you have to enter. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out which valve stem sensor is not working. Alright, let's get this powered on. Alright, so we can do this in either the quick mode or the advanced mode. We're just going to go ahead and do the quick mode. So that's already highlighted, so I'm just going to select yes. And then we want to go and find Toyota, which is right there. Oops. And then say yes. And it's a RAV4. I bet it's going to be the other way. Yeah. There's the RAV4. And there's a bunch to choose from. So let's see if I go up. There's 10 different things that we can choose from for the RAV4. So it's a 2015, so it could be number 6 here. I believe, yeah, could be 6, could be 7, could be 8. All of those include the 2015 model year. I'm not sure which one it is. We'll just start with 6. And then we're going to select that. And we can scan all sensors, or we can scan single sensor. Well, we're probably going to scan all of them because we want to make sure we know what's working and what's not. So I'm going to say yes. So, and then it tells you to start with the left front tire. So let's go out to the car. Okay, so I got the tool, I got the valve stem, so I just needed to press this button to get it to send the code, and then we just hold it near the valve stem. It's not doing anything. So either this is the valve stem that's not working, or I've selected the wrong thing in the menu. So so we're going to move on to the front right side. Okay, and we're going to try again. Pick that up right away. Okay, so I'm on the right one. It's that tire sensor on the front left is not working. Let's see if there's any others that are not working. That one's working. And they're all right around 32 pounds, which is good because that's where I set them. Bang, 32.9, 32.2, 32.3. Could be because it's a little bit warmer today. We actually had a little bit of snow last night, but it is in the 40s today. Okay, so as you can see, that left front valve stem is the one that's not working. Okay, so I did go out and get a sensor, so let's get it programmed. So we want to program sensors. Sensor programming, yes. Auto create 1 through 16 sensors. Yes, we're just going to do 1. So yes. Keep sensors to be programmed within 10 centimeters. Okay. 1 sensor detected. Do you want to continue? Yes. Programming. Okay, that's done. Alright, so I got the wheel off. We need to break the bead. So the first thing that I'm going to do is let the air out of the tire. Alright, there we go. Alright, and we got that poking all the way around. There we go. Alright, now we need a way to hold this down and out of the way there, so we can get that out, get the old tire sensor out, tire stem and sensor. So let's see. Oh, I gotta pop the center cap out. There we go. I don't want to damage the wheel. It doesn't have to be held down real tight. Well, maybe we can do that to hold it down. All right. Now, Okay. That works. That'll hold that down out of the way. Now I just need to loosen this, which I'm not sure what size that is. Maybe 10 millimeter. Yeah, it's 11. Okay. Okay. Loosen this, and you want to be careful. You definitely do not want to drop this down in there because that will be hard to get out. So make sure you keep a good hold on it. There we go. Yeah, there's a washer on the top of it too with the nut. All right, and here's the new valve stem that we've already programmed, and we need to put this in there. Get this on here. And you don't want to torque this down real tight because it's just rubber and you'll break stuff. So just make it good and snug. Okay, and that's in place. So now we can let the ratchet strap back off. All right, let's open this back up. There we go. And unhook. Okay. And I gotta take the valve stem core out so that I can put air in it. Let's get this up a little bit. So this is just a little bit of soapy water. I'm just going to spray that in there to lube it up a little bit. Okay. And now we're going to put some air and pop it back on the rim. One more. There it goes. All right, let's get the valve stem core back in there. All right, and we need to pump it up to 32 psi. Okay, 32. All right, my dust cap back on. Okay, so we got the new valve stem in, tires back on the rim. We need to get it back on the car and then program it so that the car can recognize it. All right, so if you use this to automatically create new valve stems, then those valve stems are all going to have new codes, and you have to tell the car that they have new codes. And going through the instructions on here, it tells you that you need a proper TPMS tool, which I think means an expensive scan tool, because you actually need to kind of go into the computer and enter in the code for each valve stem in its proper position. Now, I don't have that, and I was a little upset because I'm like, I'm still going to have to take this to a shop and get it programmed, because I looked in the Toyota RAV4's owner's manual and that's what it says to do. So you have to take it to a shop, a dealer or a mechanic, to have them program the car to recognize the new valve stem. Another alternative that I found was, if you go into sensor programming, if you go in the advanced mode and you go into sensor programming, you can copy from ODB instead of creating a new one. So what that does is it allows you to copy the code from the old valve stem to the new one, and then the car should recognize it. So that's what I ended up doing. So we're going to step through that real quick. So this is the copy by ODB. So I'm going to select yes. Okay, so we need to connect to the OBD port and turn the ignition on. The ignition is actually already on, but let's turn this, plug this in. Okay, so that's plugged in, and now we can plug the USB or the keyboard to here. Okay, now we can hit yes, and now it's communicating with the vehicle. Reading sensor ID. Okay, and now it comes up and it shows all 4 sensors that are already registered in the ECU. Now, what I did find is it says left front and gives a sensor ID, right front sensor ID, right rear sensor ID, left rear sensor ID. It goes around the car like this. What I found out is that the tires have been moved around and the positions haven't been fixed because I ended up having to go through all 4 of these until I found the right one. If I chose the wrong one and reprogrammed that valve stem, it would come up and say, when I went to go and check them, it would say that it was a duplicate ID. All right, so I happen to know that this is the bottom one. This is the 4th one. Is that wheel is what the old one was. Okay, so now I'm ready. It says copy. I just hit the yes. And there it goes. Now it is programming the valve stem, program successful, and it has now copied that ID of the old valve stem to this one. So now we can go back into the TPMS diagnostics. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That one. Okay, you want to clear the previous data? Yeah, because we're going to start over. Okay, now I can trigger. That one worked. Looks like I need to put a little bit of air in it. It's at 29.2. And it went on to the next wheel, so we just hit the trigger button. That worked. Okay, that one worked. And the last one worked. So we got all 4 readings. Okay, so if you don't have, confirm whether the vehicle has a spare tire sensor, which it does not. So if no, connect the tool to the ODB port. So we're going to reconnect this. Boom. And hit OK. Yes. So now it's communicating with the vehicle. Reading sensor ID. Reading DTCs. Everything's successful. Okay. All right. And as you can see, everything is green. All my connections are green. My sensors, my transmitters are green. So I just need to put a little bit of air in that front left tire. Okay. And when we start the engine, the TPMS light goes out. So looks like it is taken care of. Okay, so if you got something out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help this channel out, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.